Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I'm here with my Kove 800x Rally and done quite a bit to it. Got the skid plate, we got the Westwind mirrors on, we got the GPS tower on off of Amazon. I also have on the luggage rack from Westwind, the lift strap, which I think is an important thing to have on every bike. Whether, you know, Westwind makes one for your bike or you look at like a tugger strap, having a strap on your bike isn't just for the dirt bikes and hard, gnarly enduro terrain. It's for all bikes because it gives you another point to grab or a buddy to grab to help you, whatever. I highly recommend the strap. The luggage. So we have the RW20 side bag here. This is what it looks like, mounted directly to the metal luggage rack. I was a little confused at first. There are videos, they have videos, but some of their videos, which I think they should fix, are shot from like a distance, and they'll be telling you like, put this through here, and you can't really see what's going on. Need some close-ups. So I'll probably do another video of like installing these, but I just got these on the other day and I'm pretty satisfied. Got the RW20 on this side. Now it comes as a set, so I got two of these, although, well, you got the exhaust over here, right? So you got the exhaust. And they were also kind enough to send me the RW12. Well, the RW12 fits better on this side, and it's directly mounted to the luggage rack. Because, you know, there's clearance. You got some clearance there. Only a couple dangly straps are touching the exhaust. Now, this bike is still new to me. I don't quite know how hot the back here gets. So that is a little bit of a concern. Kind of two different bag methods with the littler bag. It is like this, and there's a down here, and then it rolls, it expands outwards, and then you open it up, and then you can have your dry bag with your stuff in it shoved in if you want to use the dry bag. If not, you can just put stuff in there, but I would probably use the dry bag no matter what. And so that's how that works. So that works pretty dang nice. I like that. Now this one works kind of on the same principle. The RW20 here, you just undo that, undo the top, undo the bottom, and you just pull this whole thing out. So, and it has a handle, so you can pull it out and take it into your tent, your hotel room, whatever, and just leave the bag on the bike. So a little bit different where, you know, this one has this extra rolling part, and then this one, this is the whole system right here. I don't know if I need two hands. I probably need two hands to get back in, but that's what that looks like. Right now I just have packing material in these to kind of fill them up for my testing purposes. We're still winter here, so there's snow, ice. I'm not gonna be able to probably get out and ride right away here. You know, we're in January, so it's gonna be a little bit before I can test these on the trail, but I kind of like the mixed match of having this one and then having this one. I'm thinking, well, I don't quite have a tank bag yet, so maybe I would leave this one mounted on, you know, just leave it mounted on and run it like that as kind of like my tank bag. And then this one would be for trips, so I'd go ahead and take it off and, you know, dismount it and just have the rack. In fact, let's see, like that. Now the hard part is if you wanted to take this whole unit into your room, that's going to be a problem, or into your tent, because putting it on kind of sucks, to be honest. I wish there was a quicker mounting method, whether there was some type of bracket on here or a latch system here that you could just latch it on the bottom, and call it good. Because now putting this back on, the bottom isn't so hard to get on and threaded through. It's the top, because I have to thread it through, I have to push from the back, get it up to here, and then I actually used a set of needle nose, I think it was these ones, that somewhat have a fine tip, and I would grab and work it through. So kind of a pain in the butt. But otherwise, I mean, it's not a bad system. I think it will work for my needs. I just think that could be an improvement that they make on these, where maybe they sell some sort of additional system that somehow makes it a lot easier and quicker to just latch these on and then take them off. Even if it's just the top set that was going into a hook system, and then the bottom you still thread it through, because the bottom is easy. You got plenty of room down here to go ahead and thread that through. But if I want to take that into my tent or hotel room, motel room, whatever it is, just off the bike, because maybe the next day I'm doing a local ride from my base camp, and I would just maybe leave that one on, like I said, kind of as my tank bag, and then that way I'm not just carrying around luggage to carry around luggage. I know adventure guys and gals do that. I never understand why they want to just always have their bags on. Maybe it's because sometimes it's hard to remove bags. I never really thought about that, but if the system's easier, then right, I can jettison that, not have that around, not have that bouncing. And if it's empty, you know, if I didn't have that in there, then it's just like a hollow nothingness. So I would want to take it off if I'm not using it. As for the rack seems to be good. And if you're wondering, well, what are you going to do with the other RW20 bag, is what I plan to do. I think it will mount up here just fine. It's identical to this. We'll just take this for the sake of argument, because I got stuff over there in boxes. So I'm appreciative of the sponsors, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff to go through. So I think you can just put it through there, and then you would, well, hopefully that strap's long enough to be able to reach it, and then you could just mount a bag up here, right? You could just shove it through. In fact, I'll test that out, and we'll come right back to that with the movie magic here of it mounted. Okay, well, I guess that was a fail. I tried mounting it, but the problem is this is too wide from here to here to get these straps to work. The front ones would probably work. It's narrower. I also noticed there is this bungee thing with hooks, but again, I don't know how it works. So I guess that is one part where Westwind needs to improve. Everything looks like it's well made and pretty thought out. It's just directions of how do I mount this? What goes where? Where else can it maybe go? I don't honestly know. So, you know, one video showed that there's some pucks that go in here, but there was no pucks or anything in the box. So I don't know what goes there, for example, other than their video, which I did not get that, I guess. And then there's, you know, this strap, but I don't know, how do I use this? How do I go about using this? Where is this ideally used? I don't know. So I'm loving the luggage rack. I love the luggage bag. They seem like it's well made, very well sewn. It seems like it would be sturdy. It seems thick on the backside here, right? There's something inside there to keep that nice and stiff to go against this. This is grippy and thick, rubbery type material, so it would go against here, and yeah, you know, that all works. But where else can I mount this? What mounts to back here? How does the cargo net work? What do I use these D-rings for, and these extra? Are these just extra pieces? And then there's this Velcro. And then they did give extra plastic buckles, which is cool. And then we'll get into this whole mounting system, which is a totally different mounting system. That is more for dirt bikes, but that'd be a different video, because it took me a while to figure what the heck was going on with that. So I'm not bashing them. I'm still trying them. It's still new to me. I just wish their videos were a little bit better of mocking it onto bikes. I'm gonna go back through, maybe I missed where they kind of do that. So right now, we'll revisit this in another video and see how I have it mounted. But so far, little bag here, I like, clears the exhaust well. Bigger bag on this side, awesome. And now if I could get the extra one of these mounted up here, then I think that would work great. I mean, I think that would be pretty cool, have it be right back there, you know? Okay, it's a different day inserted into this video, but played around with the luggage a little bit more, and I was able to mount the other side of the RW20 on top, like I was mentioning. However, I took their straps off, which you just thread them through, pull them out, and I have some of these long cinch straps. We actually get these when we get the electric bikes. They compress the forks, so I know they'll hold really good weight to, you know, pull those forks down. So they're pretty decent actually, where we were always impressed, so we save them. And I should have a whole box full, if I didn't get rid of them, around here of these, because we save them from when the electric bikes come in. So I threaded them through, and it's on there. It's on there pretty good. I mean, moves a little bit. Probably could be cinched a little more, but it's threaded through the holes, then the rack here, and then back here through. And yeah, that seems like it works pretty dang good. Like so, to be able to use this bag on this system. So as I was kind of hinting at before, is Westwind, I love the quality of your stuff. It looks good. I think it's gonna hold up. I think it's gonna work well. But knowing what combinations go where, and a really probably in-depth video of like, hey, with our such and such bungee, you can hook that here to here and put this here and do this and that, and this combination, kind of like I did with a RW20, with a RW12, you know, mix and match, and these things will all work together in a way to create a system for your bike, or for how you want it or would like it. That's the thing when you have these type of luggage bags, and a bunch of the different brands are like that. You can mix and match, but not all of them show you how to do that. And I'm trying to help Westwind here as just a hint, like a better video quality than I can make myself, and show that. And I'm not knowledgeable enough on the luggage system to be like, yeah, you know, and up here with these holes, you can do this, or you can do that with these, and blah, 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 you know. I have no idea, because I'm sure their catalog's pretty vast with various luggage. And so how can you set that up to work for your needs and for your ride? Because like I said, I like this RW20. Yeah, I could have probably went with a 40, and maybe a 40 would be good for this side on a big trip. And then like the 20 up here, it's not overly big. And then this 12 works great with the stock exhaust, you know? It just works great with the stock exhaust. So I think this is fairly good setup, or maybe even adding a RW40 for this side, so you get that even bigger storage, and then having the RW20 up here, or maybe a different bag. I don't know. So that's where I really need a video from them explaining all their different systems. So anyways, I think it's gonna work out. I think this is gonna be pretty good. What do you all think? And what do you all prefer for luggage? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a good one. Stay well, stay safe. Bye.